Hey everybody, welcome to another Chef Knives to Go quick look product review. I'm Steve Gamache, and what we have this time, if I don't mess up the name too poorly, this is the Myojin Riki Seisakusho Colbalt Santoku 170mm knife. And so this has some interesting characteristics to it. The steel, you can read a little bit about it, but it's called Colbalt Special Stainless. Heat treat's about 61, 62 Rockwell on that. And the cladding is also stainless, so it's all stainless. Core and cladding, and the knife itself, dimension-wise, can vary a little bit in weight, and dimensions can vary a little bit from knife to knife, but this particular one is 148 grams or 5.3 ounces. Again, about heat treats around 61, 62 on that steel. The handle is hexagonal, ambidextrous. It is ebony. It says one piece of ebony all the way down. So nicely finished on the handle, a little bit of a polish to it. This one's pretty dark. And they've sealed it nicely where the tang goes into the handle. This handle's pretty heavy for this size of a blade. The blade's pretty light. So your balance point is definitely back there a little bit. The balance point is honestly pretty close to like right where the tang goes into the handle. It's about where the balance point is. So it's a little bit handle heavy on a pinch grip. The edge on this is right about 170 as advertised, or 6.7 inches. And the overall length is about 313 millimeters or 12.3 inches. It's a fairly thin blade. It's got a fair amount of stiffness to it despite the thinness, but I got about 2.15 at the back on the thickness of the spine where the heel is. And I got about 2.05 halfway down, 2-ish. And then pretty much maintains that, and there's a little bit of a taper as the grind starts, and the grind's really nice on these, and it just gets really thin at that tip. That's a thin tip right there. And then the edge is also quite thin. Let's see, height at the back is about 47.3, so it's got plenty of height to it. There's a good spot for your finger for a pinch grip, and lots of clearance there for the cutting board for your fingers. So let's get our beauty shot here. It's a little tricky to show the kanji on here. We'll do that. A little hard to show. We'll try that. So this has, looks like laser engraved kanji on it. We'll show you that up close here. Get the focus on the camera. So you've got laser engraved kanji. You can see vertical finish marks. Here's your cladding. Here's your coarse steel peeking out from the edge. Again, this is quite thin at the edge. Here's the left side of the blade. It's a real nice fit and finish on these. The performance on this is excellent. I test drove this, and man, like through onions, it just ghosted through onions. It just flew through them. So this thing has excellent performance. It's definitely kind of, it's ground like a laser. So it's going to perform like a laser, but it's got a little bit of backbone to it. The fit and finish is nicely done. They've almost triangled the spine a little bit, but they've rounded it off quite a bit, and then they've done a nice job on the choil right here into the neck, so it's a very nice fit and finish. I'll give this a 7 out of 10 on the edge. It's got some polish. It's very sharp, got some bite to it, so really nice job on the edge on this. So grinds are real nice on this. It's got very clean grinds on it on both sides, so excellent craftsmanship on this thing. Let's see. Let's get a look at the cutting board for the edge profile. So here's what the edge profile looks like on this sample. And it's got a nice stop at the heel. So it just flows really smoothly right into a stop at the heel. So that last 20, maybe 30% of the blade is a nice flat spot for chopping. Typical Santoku profile. And so in terms of, I can still get pretty high on a rock. So they've got some belly towards the tip there, and I can get pretty high. So this will rock really nice. You got some chopping towards the back, middle section. So this will do the push-pull cuts, glide cuts. You can do some tip draws with it, although the handle will be pretty high for that. But just a pretty versatile profile for those 170 millimeters on the cutting edge. So this is an excellent performing knife if you're looking for something that's easy to care for, that's a bit unique on the steel, that looks great. Nothing super fancy, but it's just very well crafted and well worth the money that they're charged for these. It's a great package. So this is the Myojin Riki Seisakusho Colbalt Santoku 170mm knife from Chef Knives to Go.